Hey guys, it's Tony. So I'm going to be doing just a quick TA on this. I mean, it's not going to take too long. The video is probably going to be under a minute. Currently working out, so that's why you guys might hear me a little bit out of breath. Space is currently, or Virgin Galactic, it's currently super bullish, right? Like I do think this as just like my algo said, I do think this thing is going to keep skyrocketing up to 25, potentially $30 within the next week or two. The day chart, just basing this on TA, day chart is super bullish. On the 4-hour mark, we're still pretty bullish. We're getting a little bit of bearish movement, but it's still pretty bullish. And then on the hour chart, it's actually looking bearish right now. I do think, after what my algo called, I do think that this is going to drop back down to at least the $22 mark, 22, 23, around that price range. I think it's going to bounce, and I think it's going to head back up. But again, we need to see the actual sentiment and how strong the bears are here. If space keeps dropping, I do think it might go down all the way down to $21. I don't think it'll go past that. I think worst case scenario, we're going to go down to $21. Best case scenario, 22. And then I think we just ricochet off that and bounce up to more than likely, I don't want to say new all-time highs, but on the road to $25. And I do think we're going to hit $25 sometime within the next week or two, because you know, everything on space is just there's too much bullish momentum, right? And you guys can see on the accelerator oscillator, look at the bars all the way in the bottom. You see how it's green, it's green bars, and then it goes 3 red, and then instead of switching back down to the bearish movement, it goes back up. That's how you know that the bullish movement is still really strong on space. When it's usually supposed to go, you know, up down, but right now it goes from bearish sentiment, it starts turning bullish, it's starting to go bearish, and then it turns bullish again. So this lets you know that, especially on the day chart, especially like this, it lets you know that the bullish sentiment is still really strong on this chart, at least for TA. So we might see a small pullback back down to the $22 mark. Worst case scenario, $21. If we do hit $21, I do think it's going to be a really good chance to buy, even at $22, because I do think we're going to hit $25 within the next 2 weeks or so. But yeah, that's just a quick TA I wanted to show for you guys. It kind of matches up with the algo, but you know, the algo said you can't really predict too much with the algo. You know, it just says, oh, it's gonna go from, you know, from now to like $25, right? Just on the average of profit that it usually takes on the percentage. But when you look into TA, you can see a little bit more stuff, right? It's a little bit more in depth. So I do think, as far as right now, there's a good chance that we're going to keep going down. So I do, especially right now with all this bullish movement on the hour line, on the hour chart, I do think it's going to keep going all the way down to $22. Worst case scenario, $21. At $21, anything in the $21 range, it's going to be a really good chance to buy. But yeah, overall bullish. I do see space hitting $25 within the next week or two, possibly $30 within the next, you know, week, 2-3 weeks plus. And then, you know, we're going to keep going up. Like I told you guys before, this chart for space looks absolutely great. Like it's the momentum is great, the bullish movement is great. I told you guys that by end of year, I do see space breaking all-time highs and heading towards $40. So I'll see you guys later.